Okay, I'm ready for you. Where's Annabelle?
She's running late.
Right, well, come in. She told you she...
Bumped into you at the festival, yes.
Bumped into?
Yes, that's what she said.
Can I get you a tea?
Yes, thanks.
White tip silverleaf, fennel and goji berry, or ginseng and spirit bark?
I'm not really a fan of those teas with small essays on the sachet about reviving my spirits. Can I just have normal tea?
Normal tea? Normal is quite a loaded word these days.
I use it to mean tea that contains tea, as opposed to the contents of a hedge.
Oh, sorry I'm late. I was engrossed in Metro and missed the stop.
Are you sure you mean engrossed? If you do, I'm not sure you mean Metro.
There was a 60-second interview with Jason Statham.
Wow. They got 60 seconds out of him. That's more than he talks in his entire film career.
Can I get you a tea or anything?
It's a trick, he doesn't have any.
Oh, do you have any of that lovely herbal stuff you had at the festival?
Oh, the nettle and beetroot. Oh, sorry, I make that myself and I'm all out.
Sounds like you two had quite the time at the festival without me.
Now we need to talk about this. Clearly this is a source of tension.
I feel really bad that I hardly saw Will the whole time we were there.
You forgot the fallback rendezvous.
I couldn't remember what cleansed arch alien meant.
Cleansed arch is an anagram of Charles Dance. He was in Alien 3, hence the fallback rendezvous was entrance 3 of the dance tent.
Can you not use the term fallback rendezvous? You weren't on some behind enemy lines mission.
I really was. I was at a music festival surrounded by people who actually got excited at the sight of Fern Cotton. Incredible!
Did you see Fern Cotton? Oh, I wish I'd been there.
She wasn't in the stocks, so you weren't missing anything.
That's the kind of unexpected experience you can get at a festival. You just have to go with the flow, not stick to some crazy schedule.
I was trying to give you the safest and best festival experience possible.
Now, I'm sure I've got this wrong, but according to Annabelle, it included optimum times for toilet trips based on the popularity of the bands.
I was meant to go for a wee during Beyoncé.
Everyone will be watching her. No queues at the toilets.
Yeah, but I wanted to watch her. What kind of person goes for a wee during Beyoncé?
I honestly would rather go for a wee than watch Beyoncé. I would drink 2 litres of water just to make sure that happened.
Wasn't the problem less to do with Annabelle not sticking to your schedule and more to do with the fact you'd lost your phone?
Well, how far back are we going to go in this blame game? Are we going to blame evolution for not giving us telepathic powers? Because that would have saved us a lot of bother. Annabelle, you still haven't posted the Love Films DVDs back.
I'm busy packing. You do it.
I mean, your choices. You've said you'd do it every morning this week on your way to work.
But the post box is 20 yards from our front door. In the time you've taken hassling me to do it, you could have done it yourself.
I don't know what you're packing for anyway. I'm going to wear the same clothes for the whole weekend, then burn them after.
Ooh, Heather's just texted. She's got a ticket. Can she get a lift with us?
Oh, God, no.
Oh, come on. She's my friend and she's having a really hard time at the moment.
I'll have to add her into the schedule, though. Which bands does she want to see?
Well, when I spoke to her before, she wanted to see the ones with all the hot boys in the audience. I think she's looking for a festival fling.
Hi, Graham. No, I'm just popping out to post some DVDs back. No, terrible. I don't want to see Gerard Butler in a rom-com. I want to see him kicking a man down a well or tipping over a wall of corpses. I would love to play All Night Halo in costume, but we're going to a music festival this weekend. No, I'm looking forward to it. Annabelle has this ridiculously idealised view of what it's going to be like, and I know the reality. She's going to freak out, and I'm going to Ray Mears it up and save her. Only problem is Heather's coming now. Yeah, crazy midlife crisis Heather. Oh, let's drink Blue Wicked and dance to Mumford & Sons. Anyway, better go. I need both hands to post this. Oh, no.
You posted your phone.
It was a reflex action.
A reflex action is an involuntary and nearly instantaneous movement in response to a stimulus. Now, what would stimulate you to post your phone?
OK, it wasn't a reflex action. I misused that term. It was a mistake. I realised that is an alien concept to you, Guy.
Now, why didn't you wait for the postman and explain?
I'm not allowed to talk to my postman.
Our postman took out a restraining order. Will accused him of stealing his Horn of Gondor.
His what?
The Horn of Gondor is an heirloom passed down to the eldest son of the Steward of Gondor. Boromir uses it to intimidate his enemies and call for aid.
Boromir, is he from In the Night Garden?
Lord of the Rings. Fellowship of the Ring, for being strictly accurate, although he is in flashback sequences in the second and third film.
Please stop.
I bought a replica of the horn on eBay for £300. It was posted but never showed up. Apparently the police have more important things to investigate, such as whether me spraying the word Gollum on our postman's sack constitutes harassment.
Which it does.
That's a shame about the horn. You could have used it to let Annabelle know your position at the festival.
I know you didn't mean that, but it is actually the most sensible thing I've heard you say.
I just don't understand why you didn't tell me you'd lost your phone.
Because I thought you'd fall to pieces at a festival. We'd be in conditions that would see mass desertions from a medieval army. I wanted to protect you, and I couldn't bear that I'd fallen at the first hurdle.
Oh, I'm torn now, because that's both patronising and quite sweet. Like Richard Hammond.
It was really stressful having Heather along as well, though. I mean, she shouldn't have been there, not with all she was going through with the divorce.
I know, but she really wanted to go, and she's my friend.
She wanted to be there too much. A little too forced, like she was convincing herself. Like Tess Daly on Strictly.
Oh, I can't believe I'm going to my first music festival. It's the sort of thing Jerry would never have let me do. Oh, why did I stay with him so long? I am so glad he left me. It's like being let out of prison.
But he left you. Surely he's the one who was let out of prison.
Well...
Just saying the analogy doesn't work.
Okay, all I know is if I was still with Jerry, I wouldn't be here. Oh, he's so stuck in his ways.
He's divorcing you. That's not someone who's stuck in his ways. I mean, that's one of the biggest changes you can go through.
Yeah, he's divorcing me because he doesn't want to do new things. It's going to be amazing. Oh, it's going to be like a mini city of love.
You can think that. I'm going to spend most of the weekend watching over the tent.
Well, if that's what you're into, why don't you just get a part-time job as a security guard at Millet's?
It's all very funny till someone gets their tent stolen.
Well, I'm just going to keep partying the whole weekend.
Without proper sleep, you'll be partying with a lowered immune system.
I won't even need the loos, because I've got my own she-wees.
You what?
It's a portable wee cup for ladies.
That's disgusting.
Right, because men are really careful where they go.
We don't go in cups. We stick to flushable areas, even if that means a gutter. If you look, Heather, I've integrated loo and sleep breaks into the schedule.
No, don't worry about sleep, Will. You can rest up in the week. It's not like you have a boss.
My muse is my boss.
You work for Muse? Oh, can you get us backstage? Oh my God, maybe I could date one of them.
Not Muse the band, Muse the inspiration to write.
Oh God, right, sorry, it's probably for the best. I'm sure musicians are like a nightmare to date, and I don't want anything too heavy right now, so forget it. I don't want some rock star being all like, I can't see you next weekend, I've got a gig. I'm just looking for a bit of fun, okay?
Yep, yeah, you sound really relaxed about relationships.
I get the impression you don't like Annabelle's friend, Heather.
I wouldn't say I don't like her, I just don't want anything to do with her.
Sorry, in what way can that mean anything other than you don't like her?
Well, I really like Silvio Berlusconi as a source of entertainment. I wouldn't want anything to do with him socially.
She's not like Silvio Berlusconi.
No, I mean, she hasn't spontaneously appointed dental nurses and pornographers to cabinet-level positions in a government, but, she's unstable and unpredictable and has badly dyed hair.
You have to be there for your friends.
You wouldn't let me comfort Graham when he split up with Sophie.
She was a character in World of Warcraft.
Look, I wouldn't mind, Heather, if she said, my husband has left me and I'm devastated and grieving, but she puts on this whole best thing that ever happened to me charade, interspersed with tear-streaked rants about wanting to stick his balls on a spike at the gates of the city. I just wanted to pick a line and keep to it. Oh, this is exactly what I feared going to a festival would be like, sitting for hours and hours in stationary traffic.
Let's put some music on to get us in the mood. Woo! Oh! Yeah! Let's get this car bouncing! Come on, turn these wheels into the club!
Stop it, you're damaging the suspension.
Okay, let's just chill out to some Adele.
No, come on, please, we've had that album 5 times now.
She knows what it's like to suffer.
So do I.
Oh, come on, Will. I don't mind hearing it again.
Not while I'm driving, it's dangerous.
Well, you've just been moaning about how we're not moving.
Woo! Let's wave some glow sticks! See if we can get all the cars to light up. Oh, the traffic jam will look like a river of light. Woo!
That's a hazard. You're blinding me. It's probably illegal to use those in a moving vehicle.
We're not in a moving vehicle.
Yes, but we could start moving at any moment. I don't want to be breaking the law when we do.
Oh, who cares about laws? We're going to a place with its own laws.
Heather, We're not going to some Lord of the Flies type island. We're going to some fields to eat overpriced faux ethnic food and listen to some bands of limited artistic merit.
Well, it's bound to be better than whatever Jerry's up to.
According to Facebook, he's in Paris with his new worm farm.
Jerry's got a new woman.
No, worm farm. You know, Jerry, you always like worms. They don't have them in France. It's an EU thing, so he's showing it off.
Oh, how can he be seeing someone so soon?
Oh, come on, I thought you were happy about the whole situation. You know, just been let out of prison.
A worm farm?
It's the best I could come up with.
Oh, I thought it was okay. It delayed her heart-rending pain by a good second and a half.
Luckily, the traffic started moving. To keep her happy, I let her pop out of the sunroof and flash the other cars. Then we hit security and she realised it wasn't all about peace and love.
It's outrageous. They just took my water off me.
Oh, they took my chewing gum. It's not even a foodstuff.
You ladies are so naive. You think this weekend is about peace and music? It's about commerce. They've trapped us in here, and now they can charge what they want for tea and toast. Well, not on my watch. Stick with me, and you will eat and drink like queens. Observe. The bottom of a sleeping bag filled with tea bags. A stack of paper cups hidden inside a rolled foam mat. A pair of Wellington boots filled with individually bubble-wrapped eggs. And, I'm very proud of this one, sausages crammed up the tent poles.
This is brilliant. Why didn't you tell me you were doing this?
I couldn't risk you giving me away under pressure. It takes a lot of nerve not to quiver when a security guard is manhandling your tent bag, unaware that you rolled it up with 50 rashers of bacon.
Will, our tent stinks of bacon now.
I brought contraband bacon in. You were delighted about this 10 seconds ago.
But how are we going to get through 50 rashers of bacon?
Check your sponge bag, full of bread rolls.
But what about my makeup?
You don't need makeup, we're at a festival. Get with the spirit.
Why are my bras full of butter?
To help you get into them. For bacon butties.
Why did you smuggle in food?
Well, it wasn't just food. He'd brought in batteries, a compass, a first aid kit, a fire extinguisher, and for some reason, a life jacket.
Heavy rain was forecast.
Yeah, but not a biblical flood.
I wanted to be prepared for every eventuality, and I wasn't going to pay through the nose for basic amenities.
You didn't get into the spirit of the festival.
What did you want me to do? Be like Heather and write up for it on my shirt in mud?
I would have liked you not to see the festival as something you had to beat.
Guy, back me up. You were there. Everyone's on the take.
Well, it was slightly different for me. I was performing.
Hi, this is Will. Leave a message.
Oh, hi, darling. Where are you? I'm sorry I missed the Arthurian Legends walk. I was watching this fantastic blues player who'd been, homeless and a drunk and everything. I think you wanted to see the Vangelis tribute act in the ambient zone, but there's a rumour going round that Brian Cox is making a surprise appearance in the learning tent. Don't be cross. Guy?
Annabelle!
What are you doing here?
Well, I'm actually performing.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, man of many talents. What do you play?
I'm in a gamelan band. We've got a slot at the chill-out tent. Where's Will?
Oh, I don't know. I keep ringing him, but it just goes to voicemail. And our friend Heather has got one of those phones that you can't leave messages on. I mean, those are so pointless. It's the sort of thing Alan Sugar would make if Amstrad was still in business.
A gamelan band. I was missing that detail when you said you bumped into him.
It's an ancient Javanese band made up of drums, gongs.
I know what it is. It's what they pipe into the toilets of Thai restaurants.
See, that's why I didn't mention it. I knew you'd just mock. It's actually incredibly beautiful. I listened for about 4 hours. It was like a legal high.
Well, I'm glad you had such a lovely time. I was stuck with a load of food that was going off.
Yeah, well, you brought too much anyway. You were like a mobile nuclear bunker.
I became quite the man, though.
I hear you're the man.
I am the man.
You can hook us up with whatever I need.
With whatever you need.
Right. I'm looking for mushrooms and some rocks.
I can do that for 15, but I want it up front.
15 quid for the lot, so here you go, mate.
Hey, cool it, not here. There's a steward over there. Follow me. Okay, money first. There you go.
What's this? I'm looking for magic mushrooms and crack.
Well, you found something better. Field mushrooms and rock salt. Have a great breakfast.
That was you. I kept hearing stories all weekend about the storekeeper who could get you basic provisions at a decent price.
Glad to hear my fame had spread.
I just find it sad you spent your time at a music festival selling black market foodstuffs rather than enjoying yourself.
I did enjoy myself. I felt like the mayor of a post-apocalyptic town.
But going to a festival clearly meant a lot to Annabelle, and she would have preferred to do it with you.
And I wanted to be with her. I was stuck in the tent with Heather waiting for you to come back. And contrary to how she'd billed the weekend, it was not a party.
Every morning, I wake up and ask myself, did he ever really love me? And I don't know the answer. Did I drive him away? What do you think, Will?
Sorry, I was worrying Annabelle won't find the tent.
Don't worry, once the rain clears, I'll be out your hair, probably driving you mad, going on and on about Jerry. It's at times like this, I wish Jennifer Aniston was here, because she'd know how I feel.
Well, yeah, it's only really drizzling a bit now. You'd probably be all right if you want to go and see some music. It's that kind of rain you can run through and not get wet.
Well, you're trying to get rid of me. Am I too clingy? Is that why he left?
Heather, he left you because he's a dick.
Do you think so?
Yeah. Walking out on a marriage like that? That's crazy behaviour.
He didn't know he had it so good.
Exactly. He's in for a hell of a shock. He'll regret it for the rest of his life.
Because I am an amazing woman.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking more of the equity he's got tied up in your house. And the fact he's getting old and the opportunities to meet someone are drying up. Unless he wants to go out with another divorcee and deal with their emotional baggage, then realise the only thing they have in common is the incessant lament of broken dreams.
Is that who he's with in Paris, another bitter divorcee?
No, he's with some ballet student he met at a warehouse party. But who wants that? Dating someone half your age. Say goodbye to early nights.
It doesn't sound like you're cut out to be a counsellor.
Everything I said to Heather just made it worse. So in the end, I limited myself to speaking in lines from Terminator 2. You know, my mission is to protect you. The more contact I have with humans, the more I learn. And why do you cry? Anyway, it's your fault for partying all night and leaving me alone with her.
Well, I wasn't partying all night. I got stuck in the rain too and had to stay somewhere.
Where?
She stayed with me.
You slept with Guy?
Well, not slept with. Went to sleep in the same teepee as slept with.
Teepee? Oh, this just gets worse. I bet you make your own hummus.
No, as a performer, I had my own heated teepee.
Why am I only hearing about this now? You said you just bumped into him.
Well, because Guy thought it best we discuss it all together.
Oh, great. I was worried sick about you and you were cozying up with our counsellor. Why didn't you come back to the tent?
Well, why didn't you come looking for me?
You might not have been able to find our tent, but people looking for decent sandwiches and hot drinks that gave you change from a fiver did. I had a good thing going.
You see, this is the issue. You'd rather run a soup kitchen than hang out with me.
Actually, Annabelle, my issue is with the way you behaved. When I offered you the use of my teepee to shelter from the rain, I didn't think you'd stay so long.
Oh, well, I thought we were having a nice time.
We were, but I could have had a nicer time with the two young ladies who were asking me how to play the bamboo flute after the gig.
Gamelan groupies. I can smell the patchouli from here.
Oh, see, because I thought you wanted me to get rid of them, and that's why I pretended to be your girlfriend.
Whoa! Why would you pretend to be Guy's girlfriend?
She was quite drunk.
Guy? Oh, you're so wise, Guy. You know, teepee suits you. Big chief Guy.
I think it stopped raining.
Do you think I've got a good marriage?
I can't really discuss that.
Yeah, but you're my counsellor.
We're not at counselling now. Look, it would be unprofessional for me to comment.
Well, it's probably unprofessional to have me here on your own. Naughty Guy.
We should try and find Will.
Yeah, well, I've got a map of where the tent is, but he did it in a code in case it fell into enemy hands, and I've forgotten the code. It was something to do with the numbering system of Peter Gabriel albums.
All right. Well, you should probably get some sleep then.
Do you know, I'll sleep well, because I feel so safe with you. You're a lion. That's not how I recall it at all.
Yeah, so like I said, you were quite drunk.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Well, Will, say something. I know you're going to be furious.
You betrayed me, Annabelle. That's the only word for it.
But nothing happened.
Nothing? I asked you to memorise a coordinate system based on the albums of Peter Gabriel.
It was really complicated.
Peter Gabriel, 1, 2, 3, 4, followed by so, us, up, and ovo. That gives you the 8 points of the compass. What is so complicated about that?
Why are you more annoyed about that than me making a fool of myself to Guy?
I'm not. I'm merely going through my annoyances chronologically. My revenge for your flirtation with Guy will be swift and without mercy. We will not be watching America's Top Model for the rest of the year. Ditto anything on ITV2. And finally, we'll be cracking open that box set of The Professionals.
Well, you got drunk as well.
I didn't act inappropriately, though. I just passed out.
Well, my mother always said he was a bad match, astrologically speaking. Well, not that I believe in astrology, but I mean the moon affects the tides with 70% water. So what's it doing to our brains?
You know, you should get out and enjoy the festival.
I am enjoying the festival. Oh, you've been such a good listener, Will. It makes me want to stay and tell you more and more. Oh, what's your earliest memory? I swear I can remember being in the womb.
The perfect man could be out there waiting for you.
Do you think so?
Oh, look around you. There are thousands of men here.
Are you sure you don't want me to keep you company till Annabelle comes back?
No, I'll be fine, honestly. I mean, come on, Heather. The thing is, you're a catch, and someone out there would be honoured with the privilege of loving you. Just go out and have fun.
Yeah, you're right, I will. Festival fun. Woo!
Exactly.
Back soon with a new husband.
Storekeeper, right?
That's me. Tea, bacon roll, sausage.
Got something for you. To say thanks for bringing a good deal to the festival. Some homebrew cider.
Oh, thanks. I don't really drink from bottles in paper bags, though.
I call it Dragon's Blood Brew.
All same, I'm actually not that thirsty.
Just a sip, else you might offend me.
Okay then, just a sip. That's got quite a kick.
Ooh, just you wait.
It was strong cider. I missed the whole of the next day. Woke up 24 hours later on a hill overlooking the campsite.
You haven't discussed this with him.
Discussed what with me?
Well, you said it would be better to talk about it in a controlled environment.
What?
Oh, good. You should tell him.
Tell me what?
Well, you do know that cider he gave you was spiked.
Why would he spike my drink?
Because you were undercutting the takeaway vans.
No, it wasn't spiked. I've just got a low alcohol tolerance.
Did you have any dreams while you were out?
Just this image of a crowd cheering, but I may have heard that when I was asleep.
You got on stage with Beyonce.
Yes, that was part of the dream.
No, you actually did it.
Why would I? How would I? What?
You broke through the security line and climbed on stage, grabbed the mic and sang.
What did I sing?
I'm a single lady, I'm a single lady.
And then you did the dance.
The crowd loved it, and so did she. She kept you up there for the rest of the gig.
Look, I'm sure this is all very amusing to the pair of you. I mean, it's kind of a relief. I'm assuming this whole session has been a wind-up. You didn't pretend to be his girlfriend, you didn't sleep in his teepee.
This is a clip on YouTube.
All the single ladies.
That is me.
It can be very traumatic to view yourself doing something of which you have no recall.
How did you learn to dance like that?
Why am I pretending I have breasts?
Only you can answer these questions, Will.
So when you found me on the hill, had I been doing more stuff?
You ran off after Beyonce, then you started walking through the festival preaching. You gathered quite a crowd.
Arthur will rise, and his flaming sword will cut a swathe through the pestilent hordes that blight this land. People who stand gormlessly in front of ticket barriers, not knowing how to work them. Shame on them!
You were talking about your vision for Britain. You know, everyone should dress as David Niven, chivalry to be taught in school, statues of Inspector Morse in every town square. And then you passed out on the hill and I watched over you till you came round.
Oh, I wanted to protect you at the festival. You ended up tending over me. Oh, I'm pathetic.
No, not at all.
Boromir wasn't defended by the hobbits. He died with a sword in his hand protecting them. Oh, still, it sounds like Heather was right.
Well, what about?
Well, she said something that really upset me at the time. She said she wished she had a marriage like ours.
Well, why on earth would that upset you?
She had sick down her front and had just told me she was in love with a man called Cokey Phil.
Maybe she really liked this Cokey Phil.
You didn't see him. He had a cannabis leaf tattooed on his earlobe. That is not marriage material.
Not every relationship has to end in marriage.
Well, you have to go into it with some expectations, otherwise we may as well just rut in the street.
Oh, hang on. Was that the Phil she was going on about in the car?
Oh, thanks for driving, Annabelle. I still feel really woozy.
No problem. Do you mind if I put the radio on? Because I'm feeling a little bit sleepy.
Sure.
Single ladies, all the single ladies,
All the single ladies. All the single ladies. It's weird, that song's growing on me now for some reason.
Oh, feels like Jay-Z.
Oh, is he a rapper?
No, he's a drug dealer.
Well, you don't have to see him again.
Not unless he was lying about having had a vasectomy. Here, Will, can you throw this out the window?
Sure, what is it?
It's a full shiwi. I didn't want to bother you with stopping, so I went in the back.
God, got on my hand!
Oh, it's in my hair! I crashed into the verge.
2 hour wait for a tow truck, the perfect end to a festival.
Heather got the driver's number.
He and Cokey Phil had a fight in her garden last week.
I'm afraid we have to leave it there. I have a band practice.
Cool. Maybe Annabelle would like to sit in.
Oh, don't you have a stage to invade?
I think it's best if we all put the weekend behind us. What happens at a festival stays at a festival.
Agreed.
That's originally what these gatherings were for, historically speaking. A consensual letting off of steam, surrendering to nature. Harmless actions without consequence can be psychically beneficial.
It's easy for you to say that. You weren't filmed.
You got your phone back?
Oh, I forgot. The postman rang me. I was your most dialed number. He had it couriered to work. Isn't that nice?
Good. See, if you can repair your relationship with your postman, then at least something positive came out of the whole fiasco.
I suppose so. I don't believe this. He's changed the screen to a picture of my bloody Horn of Gondor. That's it. I'm posting myself a breeze block every day till his arm drops off.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith was performed by Will Smith, Patterson Joseph, Sarah Hadland, Simon Bubb, and Morwenna Banks. It was written by Will Smith, and the producer was Talusha Galani.